This is a 2016 Mustang, and these are 2024 headlights. Most people think of headlights like the eye color. Sure, you can have different color eyes, but at the end of the day, they're just there to help you see throughout the day. I think of headlights more like facial expressions. If you meet someone, they have a flat, emotionless expression, you're probably not going to remember anything about them, especially after they leave. But if they greet you with confidence, now suddenly you remember everything else about them. You remember the jacket, the shoes, their vibe, everything. And headlights work the same way. They're kind of like the eyes of the car, but it's deeper than that. They're the first things people notice, the first things people see, especially at night, especially before they notice the wheels, the stance, or the paint. And aside from looks, headlights matter for safety and visibility. You know, it's no longer the 1900s. People are aware of wildlife, bad roads, distracted drivers, so a better headlight setup can mean seeing something sooner rather than later. Now, back in the 1960s, almost every car on the road had the same headlights. We're talking about those round, sealed beam headlights with those incandescent bulbs in the middle. You know which ones I'm talking about. They came on everything. Mustangs, Jeeps, trucks, literally every single car back then. And now we have LED signatures, built-in turn signals, custom light sequences, and DRLs that give cars actual character. And for those of you that don't know, DRLs are daytime running lights. But how did we get to where we are today in 2025 with these new S650 headlights? Well, it all started in 1964 when the first Mustangs came out. They screamed muscle, speed, and American performance. Everything you needed from a car except for the headlights. Like most cars at the time, they used round sealed beam headlights with the incandescent bulbs. In 1979, Ford introduced the Fox body Mustang and switched to regular sealed beam headlights, two per side, still using those halogen incandescent technology. 1987, Ford combined the dual headlights into a single larger housing per side. These, honestly, always remind me of the early 2000s Ford F-150 headlights. Like, look at this and look at this. They really do look the same. In 1994, Mustangs got a redesign with the new SN95 body style. These Mustangs came out with a more rounded, bubbly headlight design that matched the softer body lines. And it really wasn't until 1999 to 2004 when Ford realized that look wasn't working. They sharpened up everything, and especially introducing a more aggressive housing. This is the same era that gave us the Terminator Cobra. You remember that thing, right? Just look at that. Man, does that thing sound great. Now for Ford's 2005 redesign, they decided to go with a classical approach, including the round headlights again, but bringing in a more modern twist. It was from 2005 to 2014. They actually went through multiple headlight redesigns trying to modernize that retro look, and in my opinion, it really didn't work out until 2013, 2014, you know, when that GT500 came out. Man, that thing was killed. It was everything you wanted. It had that classic Mustang DNA with a modern, aggressive look perfectly combined together. Then came the infamous S650 headlights, and we're talking about specifically the 2015 to 2017 year models. And while Ford refreshed the headlights again from 2018 to 2023, the design stayed relatively safe. Now we're here, 2024 through 2025, the new Mustangs came out, and they came out full force, brand new S650 headlights. This was the upgrade the 2018 Mustang should have gotten. These finally feel truly modern, brighter LEDs, sharper DRLs, integrated turn signals, and these have awesome startup animations whenever you unlock and lock the car. To summarize, the full headlight evolution went from sealed beam era to the halogen era to the HID era, LED era, and then finally started introducing some custom DRL signatures that really begin to tie in the identity. It's really what sets these S650 headlights apart from the rest of the crowd. But why did I choose S650 headlights? This is where my lack of knowledge originally increased some hesitation. After 5 years with the stock headlights, I wanted an upgrade that was not only brighter, but actually made my now 8-year-old car feel modern. Once the S650 headlights came out, it instantly dated the older designs. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of aftermarket headlights, like, they looked great, but the best ones were kind of the Dodge knockoffs. You know which ones I'm talking about. They looked awesome, but they weren't Ford. They weren't something that really fit the car. So I want something more aggressive, more modern, something that honestly kind of looked OEM. And on top of that, I wanted something that wasn't tacky or could end up being overdone. And that's really why I went with the S650 headlights. I wanted a modern DRL look that still felt like it belonged in a Mustang, especially after having that stock 2016 headlights for so long. These are just starting to feel dated. And you may be wondering, what's the difference between halogen, HID, and LED? Well, to keep it really simple, the stock headlights use halogen technology. These are simple, cheap, but not very bright or very efficient. HRDs are brighter and have better range, but they take time to warm up and they can be a little inconsistent. LED headlights, like the S650 style ones, are better, more efficient, instant on, and allow for more complex shapes and DRL signatures. These headlights use full LED technology, giving us low beams, high beams, integrated turn signals, daytime running lights. All this matters. Beam pattern matters just as much as brightness. So you gotta keep in mind, a good cutoff means you see more without blinding everyone else. Now, let's get into the full install. Let me show you exactly how I put these S650 headlights onto my 2016 Mustang. So for the install, the first thing we had to do is definitely get out of this heat. It was way too hot. Had to pull in my car, had to get everything set up in the nice shade away from the sun. Then it was time for the unboxing. I remember unboxing these things. They were just extra clear and looked super new, which I really loved, especially with the packaging. It looks like it was really well taken care of. Once I took everything out and had all my tools set up, it was time to start taking things apart. The first thing I did was prop open my hood and start taking off the tabs off of my front bumper. You know, all the tabs off the front, get those off. Then once you get that top cover off, you're going to use an 8mm and a 5.5mm socket and wrench to start getting all these bolts off of the front bumper. Then you're going to hop inside your car, turn your wheel all the way over to one side, go take off all the wheel well cover pins and do the same thing from the other side. Once you're done with that, you have some other 7mm under the car, which are super easy. Just get under there and start taking them off. And at this point, your bumper's ready to come off. Just don't forget to unplug all the lights and all those harnesses. Make sure you don't accidentally break anything, you know. You don't want to have to leave your car taken apart for another extended amount of time. Anyways, once you get all that stuff off, you're free to take off the front bumper. Now the stock headlights have two 10mm bolts and then one 13mm bolt. Super easy to get off. Just make sure you don't drop them or anything, especially because you don't want to damage them. You know, you want to make sure that if you ever need them, they're there. Or if you want to sell them, then you can sell them and get some of your money back from the new ones you just ordered. But as you can tell, now you have these headlights off. It's time to put in the new ones. And just look at that. My front bumper isn't even on, and I know there's a difference. These are going to look so nice when they're all put together. And just to be clear, you can use your amber turn signals with these. You just have to splice the correct wires on the headlights to make sure you activate them whenever you turn on your turn signals. Nothing too hard. Just make sure whenever you are splicing into these that you test it out before you go and put everything back up and notice that it might be wired backwards or something. And then just look at this shot. I have my new headlights versus the old ones. I mean, there's a difference, guys. These look so much better. So anyways, now just go ahead and do the same thing for the other headlight. Go ahead and take it off and put the new one back in. After that, the last thing to do is go backwards and put everything back on the same way that you took it off in the beginning. And then you're done. You have brand new S650 headlights. Guys, just look at this. They look awesome, especially at night. Okay guys, let's pause. I want to go ahead and tell you a little bit about my personal favorite detailing products that I definitely recommend you should try. I like to stay pretty consistent with my detailing products. I have my go-to pressure washer, which I've been using for a couple of years now. It's the Adams Polishes Active Pressure Washer 2.0. I have my basic car detailing kit, which comes with a bunch of things like sponges, brushes, you can name it. Then we get into the soap I use. I like to go with this Chemical Guys Hydro Sud Ceramic. It's super foamy and I love it, especially paired with this Rain Kobo foam cannon. Now, once you're done washing the car, you want to make sure you grab yourself a good towel. Black Line towel is honestly my favorite towel I've used to this day. Once you're done with that, you want to make sure you get your interior right with this Chemical Guys Total Interior Cleaner. And the last three things I personally use is this DIY ceramic spray to make sure and seal up your car for a nice clean finish. Then you have your TS2 Touchless Tire Shine. I personally really like this one because it makes my tires extra shiny. For this last one, which is the Spray Away Glass Cleaner, if you know, you know. You just spray it on, it foams up, and then you clean it off. Simple as that. But alright guys, let's go ahead and get back to the video. This install, honestly, it wasn't hard. It was really fun. And if anything, it was just a little bit time consuming. And you know, once I drove it at night, I was like, wow, these things are awesome. But I was kind of wondering in the back of my head, are these things even legal? And to keep it simple, yes, they are very legal. These are DOT compliant, they have a proper beam cutoff, and as long as you aim them correctly, you won't be blinding other drivers on the road. You gotta remember, aiming matters, because badly aimed headlights will just make you that guy, and you don't want to be that guy, trust me. But as you can see, the before versus the after makes it all worth it. In all honesty, this is where the upgrade really shines. In the daytime, the DRLs completely change the front end. Even if you've seen other Mustangs similar, these really stand out. In the nighttime, even better. You have brighter LEDs, which means better visibility, more safety, and whenever you're driving up, they just look more aggressive, which is awesome. Overall, the car looks newer, sharper, and more premium, which I 100% love. Now, was it worth it? Well, these are aftermarket headlights. Most aftermarket headlights for these cars can get a little pricey, and these were about on par with most of the other ones. So they're definitely not super cheap, but they're not terrible. Where it really pays off is the aesthetic. The aesthetic is really what sets your car apart from the rest of the other ones. And on top of that, you have brighter headlights. So you now have a safer ride, which is 100% noticeable because I remember driving with my old ones and like, I could see and I could turn on my brights, but realistically I couldn't see that far. Now these, even without my brights, they're already super bright. And with my brights, man, I'm just blinding everyone. So I only use them whenever I'm not around people. So would I do it again? Yeah, probably. I really enjoy these headlights and it was a fun install. I definitely wouldn't mind installing another pair just like these. And if you ask me, why not upgrade your stock 2015 to 2017 Mustangs with the brand new S650 headlights? Let me know how you like them down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and until next time, peace.